I think yesterday was very historic.
Oakland City Council President is among those celebrating a new budget that shifts $18 million from the police department to other programs, including those designed to prevent crime.
We'll be standing up a program called Macro for Alternative Crisis Responders to handle mental health issues. We will be having our Department of Transportation handle issues that police typically handle for blocked driveways, auto tows.
You pick it up.
More than $300,000 diverted from policing will go to the youth employment program in East Oakland.
For me, it's more, where do I appropriate the dollars that I have from the taxpayer to serve the community? It's not the police officer.
But others question the timing of diverting money away from police while violent crime is spiking.
The whole
This is what I'm talking about, man. This type of retarded. Okay, it's great to do this in a time where the crime rate is low. You know, but you want to do this when the crime rate is high? I mean, come on. Oakland, California. The fallout continues after controversial vote by the Oakland City Council Thursday night to cut nearly $20 million from its police force. While it sounds like a lot of money, it's a small fraction of what many in the defund movement wanted. Still, some questioning the timing in the city that has recorded more than 60 murders, less than half through the year. Oakland City Council President is among those celebrating a new budget that shifts $18 million from the police department to other programs, including those designed to prevent crime. I think yesterday was very historic, said Nikki Furtado-Bass. We'll be standing up a program called Macro for Alternative Crisis Responders to handle mental health issues. We will be having our Department of Transportation handle issues that police typically handle, blocked driveways, auto tows. My thing is like, when you have these mental people, what happens when they pull out a knife or a gun? What happens if they attack you and you can't get to your cell phone to call the police? What happens? Are you going to jump in there if that mentally ill person is beating down a family member? Are you going to be able to handle that person? More than 300,000 diverted from the policing will go to the youth employment program in East Oakland, which aims to keep young people off the streets. My thing is like, why didn't you have this beforehand? Why have it now? I'm not saying it's not a bad idea, but why take so long to do this now? For me, it's more about where do I appropriate the dollars I have from the taxpayer to the community, said Oakland Councilman Noel Gallo. It's not the police officer. You have a high crime rate right now. You could put some of the money into the youth, but right now, since you have a high crime rate, it's best to focus on getting that down. You know, that's more of our priority. You could, put a little money aside for the youth programs, but right now, the ability to walk outside and go to wherever you want without getting a bullet in the back of your head should be the main priority. Okay? That should be something that is paramount. Okay? This is what I don't understand with these people. Okay? But like I said before, I think this is really by design. To be honest with you. It has to be. Because nobody in their right mind is going to make this bad decision for your city when you have a high crime rate. However, others question the timing of diverting money away from the police while violent crime is spiking. Councilman Lauren Taylor proposed a measure that would have funded new programs also while maintaining current policing levels. The whole problem is the focus on defunding, said Taylor. My residents in East Oakland overwhelmingly say let's make sure we have a solid baseline of support until these alternatives are put in place in a way we can depend on. Oakland currently has 714 officers. The new budget could drop that number by 50. We are well below the 678 required by Measure Z approved by the voters in 2014. I mean, what are these people thinking? Oakland Police Officer Association President Barry Donnellan accepts many more 911 calls will go unanswered. It makes no sense to me. Exactly. Barry Donnellan, president of the Oakland Police Officers Association. Cities across the country have looked at and defunded the police. But here in Oakland, we seem to have doubled down on this experiment. They're seeing if they can still get away with it. I'm telling you, man, this is something that is basically part of the New World Order. Okay, order out of chaos. They want to see how far they can go to try to bring a city to their knees and then bring in their new type of law, their type of order. They want to see how far they could go until they could bring in the National Guard. The city council president called this year a transition year, and she didn't rule out more cuts to the police department in the future because police have the largest share, said Fortuno Blas. There could be more just redistribution. Police Chief Laron Armstrong plans to address the reductions to his department in Monday press conference. My thing is that if you know it was like this, right? They have more of the lion's share. Well, right now you have a high crime rate. So what do you expect? Okay. You have to focus on the bigger problems. I hate to say, the youth is an issue, but why weren't you taking care of this beforehand? Why? All of a sudden now you want to take care of this in the middle of a crime rate? Yeah. I'm saying, it is an experiment to see how far they can go. People want to say, oh, this is conspiracy theories you're talking. No, it's conspiracy facts. Open your eyes and do some research. Why on earth would you have a pandemic and people losing their jobs? Would you want to defund the police? Does that make any sense with a high crime rate? No. Michael Ekabi-Fard. No, defunding the police is not a smart idea when you have a high crime rate. It's not. Whatever little money you could spare, you could give to the youth programs, but not when you have a high crime rate. That's the main priority. Being able to go to and fro from your house without a bullet in your back or getting raped or getting robbed, that is the main priority. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. Later.